U.S. Election 2024, where did it all go wrong for Ron DeSantis? As the dust settles on the 2024 U.S. presidential election, political analysts and pundits are reflecting on the rise and fall of various candidates. One name that has generated significant interest is Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, who is widely seen as a frontrunner for the Republican nomination. However, despite high expectations, DeSantis' campaign ultimately faltered, leaving many to wonder where it all went wrong for the once promising candidate. Ron DeSantis entered the 2024 presidential race with a strong political pedigree. As the governor of Florida, he had garnered national attention for his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic and his alignment with former President Donald Trump's policies. His vocal opposition to lockdowns and mask mandates had endeared him to many conservative voters, and his leadership during a tumultuous time had bolstered his image as a decisive and capable leader. However, as the campaign unfolded, DeSantis faced a series of challenges that ultimately derailed his presidential aspirations. One of the key factors that contributed to his downfall was his handling of the pandemic. While DeSantis had initially been praised for his approach, as the Delta and Omicron variants spread across the country, his resistance to implementing public health measures began to alienate moderate and independent voters. Critics argued that his refusal to adapt to the evolving circumstances demonstrated a lack of flexibility and foresight, ultimately undermining his appeal to a broader electorate. Furthermore, DeSantis' close association with Donald Trump, while initially a source of strength, also proved to be a double-edged sword. While he had cultivated a strong base of support among Trump loyalists, his unwavering allegiance to the former president alienated more moderate Republicans and independent voters who were eager for a candidate with a more independent and inclusive vision for the party. DeSantis' failure to broaden his appeal beyond the Trump base limited his ability to build a winning coalition. In addition to these challenges, DeSantis faced criticism for his approach to divisive social issues, such as immigration and race relations. His hardline stance on immigration and his handling of racial justice protests drew criticism from advocacy groups and political opponents, further limiting his ability to appeal to a diverse and changing electorate. Ultimately, the confluence of these factors contributed to Ron DeSantis' inability to secure the Republican nomination and mount a successful presidential campaign. While he had entered the race with high expectations and significant momentum, his failure to adapt to changing circumstances, broaden his appeal, and navigate the complexities of a rapidly evolving political landscape ultimately led to his downfall. As the Republican Party looks ahead to the future, the lessons of Ron DeSantis' failed bid for the presidency are likely to shape the party's approach to candidate selection and messaging. The 2024 election served as a reminder that success in national politics requires more than just a strong base of support. It demands the ability to appeal to a broad and diverse electorate and adapt to the ever-changing dynamics of American society. In conclusion, the 2024 U.S. presidential election saw Ron DeSantis, once considered a frontrunner for the Republican nomination, falter in his bid for the presidency. His inability to adapt to changing circumstances, broaden his appeal, and navigate the complexities of a rapidly evolving political landscape ultimately led to his downfall. As the Republican Party reflects on this outcome, it is likely to inform its future strategies and candidate selection processes. That awkwardness was a particular problem in Iowa and New Hampshire, the first two states to vote, where retail politics is so important. He has a robotic personality that does not resonate with voters, Sean Westwood, a professor of government at Dartmouth College, said of Mr. DeSantis. In a world where almost all of his attention was focused on Iowa, he still barely managed to win over Nikki Haley. By edging out Ms. Haley for second place in Iowa on January 15th, the DeSantis campaign seemed to have bought itself some more time. Supporters at the caucus night watch party in West Des Moines seemed genuinely pleased with the result, chanting "Ron" and waving banners. In multiple interviews, they expressed confidence that he was in a strong position going forward. "He's the clear alternative to President Trump," said college student Jeff Schremer. "Voters can coalesce around him going into New Hampshire and South Carolina. In the end, Ron DeSantis voters in neither state will get a chance to back him." By suspending his campaign and endorsing Mr. Trump before those primaries, the Florida governor is getting out before he risks damaging his standing with Trump's followers. At 45 years old, however, he knows this is not the end of the road. One of his supporters, Jack Fig, was also looking to the future when he spoke to the BBC after that underwhelming result back in Iowa. "This is a big year to see who our leader will be, but I'm much more interested in 2028, he said. "DeSantis is my guy.